Myles, you've upset a lot of people down here over the years. The mill owners said that Highland was about the boldest and most insulting thing to the Anglo-Saxon South that has yet been done. One Georgia governor said you were a cancerous group spreading throughout the South. The state of Tennessee closed you down, confiscated your property, and sold it at auction. The Ku Klux Klan beat up your staff and burned your buildings. A United States senator had you ejected from his hearings. I mean, what's a nice man like you doing upsetting all those people?
Well, I don't try to upset people. I try to help people grow and be creative and fulfill themselves as people. And in the process of doing that, they upset a lot of people. And
How do you mean?
Well, they start doing things, asserting their rights, for example, working people asserting their rights to have a union, asserting their rights to be treated decently. People in the mountains assert their rights to be left alone to live their own way if they want to, without having the absentee landowners run them out of their holdings, their heritage. And we try to help people, you know, stand up against this kind of thing. We try to help people become empowered so they themselves can do things. And that's very, very irritating. One of the reasons they confiscated Highlander was because the charge was made by the governor of Georgia that this cancerous growth was spreading over the South, and that the civil rights movement came out of Highlander. And only a racist white person could make that assumption, that some white people had to be doing that kind of thing. So they assumed that since a lot of the black people had been at Highlander long before the civil rights movement and during the civil rights movement, blacks couldn't do anything themselves, so it had to be some white people. So they got 4 or 5 other governors together, and they closed Highlander. And it was only after they closed it they found out that they, you know, didn't have anything to do with the civil rights movement. The black people running the civil rights movement.
I think that's what really upset a lot of people.
And they got terribly upset, I think, when they found out they couldn't stop it by confiscating Highlander. When they first came, they came and padlocked the building. And some of the news reporters said, "What are you laughing about?" I was standing outside laughing. They took a picture of me standing there laughing. The sheriff padlocking the building. I said, "My friend here, you know, he thinks he's padlocking Highlander." But I said, you know, Highlander's an idea. You can't padlock an idea.